Hello everybody and welcome to a Christmas baking series. I am going to quickly make two different things. This will be one video and there will be another video coming very soon, but I think it's time to get out of this and put some Christmas spirit on. Give me one moment. I am back in my wonderful reindeer jumper. My kitchen looks very messy, but trust me, it's not that bad. It was a lot worse. Today I am going to make the Christmas Snowman cupcakes. So this recipe is from BBC Food. If you are interested, I will make sure to link it down below. But we're going to do all the ingredients and then I'll come back to you and explain the method once all the ingredients have been weighed. Let me weigh all the ingredients and I'll come right back. Okay, so I don't know why my torch has come on. We have 200 grams of caster sugar, 175 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of cocoa powder, which is over there. We do use baking powder and bicarb of soda, but I'm going to weigh them as we're going. We also need a little bit of salt, which I will grab. It says sunflower oil. I've only got vegetable oil, so I'm going to have to use vegetable oil, but I'm going to hope that this is going to taste exactly the same, so we'll see. No, it's an unusual thing to swap it for, but I'm going to try vegetable oil. We need 2 eggs, so I've got my eggs over there. Some sour cream, there's only 2 tablespoons needed, so that's hopefully not going to be too much of that little pot. And then we also use a bit of hot water. The butter that is here is for the icing, so that can actually go over out the way for now. And then I've got some decoration bits, which you've probably seen. So I've got some marshmallows, I've got some matchmakers there, and we're going to just crack on. I'm going to talk you through while I'm doing. I would show you, but I have no way of turning the camera to show you. So I'm going to talk you through everything I do and then I'll show you the mixture as we go. So first things first, preheat the oven to 170 degrees, 160 if it's fan, gas 3.5, and line a 12-hole muffin tin with paper cake cases. Well, I've already done that, so I've already got my cake cases. I know they're hearts, they're the only ones I've got, and I'm not worried about buying Christmas ones. So first things first, let's turn the oven to 170. There we go. So oven is preheating. Then it says sift the sugar, flour, cocoa, baking powder, bicarbonate of soda and salt into a large mixing bowl. And then it says stir in. Ooh. Okay, what I'm going to do, I was going to use the mixer, but this doesn't use the mixer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my giant mixing bowl out of the cupboard. Here's one I prepared earlier. And I'm going to move everything out of the way and we're going to put everything in here. Now it does say sift, which means I need a sieve. Wasn't prepared for a sieve. Let me find my sieve. Where have I hidden my sieve? We're winning. I found it. Right. So I need to, what does it say? Sugar, flour. So sugar's going in, she says, as the sieve falls off the side of the bowl. Let me just grab a spoon. Right. Sugar sieved in. Then it says to sieve the flour in. You might see a little bit of powder going everywhere. There we go. Cocoa powder going in. I promise you will get to see what I'm doing. Let me get everything into the bowl and then I will show you. There we go. Right, then it says baking powder, bicarb of soda. Right, baking powder, I need 1.5 teaspoons. What's that? Tablespoon, don't want that. 1/2 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon. What did we say? Of baking powder, yeah. Can I get the lid off? Come on. There's got to be a way of getting the lid off. I did it! Right, so that's half. So I want half of one of them. And I want one. Perfect. And the big puff of smoke that goes with it. Then I want half a teaspoon of bicarb. There we go. Right, let me throw these in the sink. Try and be as neat as possible. Try and put everything in the sink as we go. Right, this says to mix. Let's get a spoon. We'll use a metal spoon. Okay. Don't know if I need the sieve again actually. So then it says, oh, I need to get the salt. One moment. Tiny bit of salt, not that you can tell. There we go. Right, how am I going to do this? Let me... Hopefully, you're going to be able to see this. It says to give it a mix. Helps if I'm not drunk with the camera, isn't it? Doesn't it? I would say that's pretty well combined. Right, that's combined. Let's have a read. So then it says, scoop the stir in sunflower oil, eggs and sour cream until smooth. So I need, this is going to be interesting, 100 mils of sunflower oil, which sounds disgusting. But you got to do what it tells you to do. This is going to be with veg oil. I'm really hoping that this is going to be okay. But time will tell. Right. That's the oil. That looks like a lot of oil. Not very appetizing. Eggs and sour cream. So I need, I think this was two tablespoons. Shall I try sour cream? I mean, it's not awful. That's quite a big tablespoon. Let's just go with it. We'll just go with it. Right, put that in the sink. I'll give that a wash in a minute. Right, move the sour cream out of the way. Vegetable oil I'll put in there. And it does say boiling water, doesn't it? How much boiling water? 125. Okay. That's probably about 125. And I need to put 2 eggs in. Let's get the eggs as well. 2 wonderful eggs. 1. 2. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Bear with me one moment. Pop you there. So this says, stir it in. Move that out of the way. says to beat until silky smooth. Don't know if you can see that consistency. Actually looking not too bad. Apart from the fact my wrist now hurts. I mean, if that's not silky smooth, I don't know what is, but that actually worked rather nicely. Okay, then it says to dip it into a jug so that when you pour it, it's easier. Do I have a big jug? I do. What I will do then, I'm going to follow the instructions and we're going to pour it into a jug to make it easier to put into the cake cases. If I have to, I will get a spatula. Let me just grab my spatula. There's a way of keeping that upright a minute, sort of. Okay. Right, let me just get all this. I'll go with that for now. Right, and then it says pour evenly. I'm going to do it by Why do the cupcake cases do that? I don't know if anybody else finds that. That one was very full compared to the others. That one's very full. Some of these are going to be a lot fuller than others. I might have to top some of them up. Whoever thought of the idea of putting it in a jug was well planned. I'm just going to top them up a bit so that they're all a similar level. Right, let me just top them all up. And you bake them for 20 to 22 minutes. So while they're baking, I'm going to quickly wash everything up that I've already used. So I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see. I had a bit of a nightmare. My weighing scales ran out of battery, and then the new battery I put in them didn't want to work. So what I'm going to do, let me just put these onto the tray. It says to use big mushrooms, no, big marshmallows, but unfortunately for me, I only have small. So what I've ended up having to do is put 4 on each one, and then what I'm going to do is try and just cover them up with some desiccated coconut. They are going to have to just be, you know, as snowy as I can make them. But yeah, that's the desiccated coconut on the top. So if I show you. So what I've had to do is I've used 4 little marshmallows because I don't have any big ones. And then what I'll try and do is draw some dots for like buttons. And I'll try and put like an orange dot and some black dots on them. Don't really know why I put 4, but I've done it now. So they're going to be as Christmassy as I can make them. There we go. Snowman cupcakes.